Hello, hello, once again guys, welcome to another Train Sim Classic video. We've got back-to-back releases from UTS. They very recently brought us the Southern Pacific AC4400CW, which of course you will need the Dovetail Games Tehachapi Pass because it uses that AC44 model. You're also going to need the GEVO and 7FDL sounds from Searchlight Simulations, or the Enhancement pack rather, which if I'm not mistaken, both of which still are free. So essentially this is like, I'm going to call it an addendum to the Southern Pacific AC4400 that UTS just released. I recently did a video on that as well. If you're unaware of that or would like to know a bit more about than what I'm going to go over here, since again this is sort of an addendum, I will pop a link in the top right hand corner. You can go and check that out to get up to speed if you are not. But this is the Utah Belt AC4400CW, again by UTS Creations. There's 51 numbers for this thing, for the Utah Belt of course, and some of you keen-eyed individuals may be thinking, what the hell is that? That is not a prototypical railroad. You're correct. This was not a real railroad. Well, it is a real railroad, just in modeling railroad terms, because this was created by a fella named Eric Bruman. And it's just basically something he created, I want to say like back in the 1980s, which became a fan favorite and very popular fictional model railway. I think it was HO scale, but it was loosely based on desert and canyon regions, inspired by Southern Pacific, of course, and the DRGW, as you can see between the lettering and the coloring and the stripes and things like that. It's quite popular. It is a damn good looking livery for a locomotive, whether it's fictional or not. I'm typically not into fictional stuff at all, but this, for starters, came from UTS, which does some really nice mods, and it's a damn good looking livery, Utah Belt. Other companies such as Jointed Rail and RR Mads have done livery packs or loco packs for this thing, if you will, for trains with a Z and not Train Sim Classic. So it's quite popular. It's a thing, but it's essentially going to have everything that the Southern Pacific AC4400 had by UTS. But they have updated a lot of things. They've freshened it up a bit. Some things they've learned, minor bugs and mistakes and things of that nature from the Southern Pacific pack have been, you know, implanted straight into this pack here. So it's ready to go. And one of the things you'll notice right off the bat, which was unique to this locomotive, is the gyrolight. Yes, that was added to the nose of this sucker. And it looks pretty cool. It looks very clean. And nicely placed upon there. I mean, that's pretty darn clean. So yeah, that obviously did not come on the Union Pacific AC4400 from Tehachapi Dovetail Games. So that was added on there because it is on the fictional Utah Belt liveries. The stripes look very good. The color looks very good. The color on these in general look very nice. The yellow and silver, or the dark gray, if you will. They're just some damn good looking engines. And of course they use the Searchlight Simulations Enhancement pack with 7FDL stuff, which of course makes them sound pretty amazeballs. They've still got all the same decals and all that good stuff that came with the Southern Pacific pack. Click on that. Now you'll notice top right hand corner it does an initialization, and it shows you the build and the date and all that good stuff as well. So it gets things ready for you, and when that's done and disappears, it is pretty much loaded and you're ready to roll. Now I'm not going to go in depth on this as I did the Southern Pacific. Again, I implore you, if you're new to this locomotive and this mod that UTS have done for this locomotive, please go back and watch that video, because that's going to cover a lot more stuff, because this essentially has all of that. It's got the same P3 horn. You can still cut out the traction motors individually, which is pretty damn cool. You can get rid of the alerter if you want, so I believe that's Control Q. Top right hand corner, alerter override on. The headlights still look damn good, and this has the kind of cinematic or camera flare, if you will, the farther you get away. And I'm generally not a fan of this kind of stuff because, I mean, yes, this is what they look like when you're taking photography and all that good stuff, but these look pretty damn good. They're growing on me a little bit. They look pretty nice, and it's not, you know, it's not out of control. You don't notice it until you're a good distance away from the train, you know, in which light does funny things. And sticky keys. And the closer you get to it, they just disappear. So they're normal. One of the other things you can do is now turn on or off shadow casting with the lights. Cheese and crackers. I already forgot what that is. I think it's Control-Shift-L, so we're going to try that now. There you go. So now you can see the lights on the ground. Control-Shift-L. Turn them back off. That's that. Everything else is essentially going to work the same, but we're going to try and get that wig-wag light, the gyra gyrating. Alright, we're going to load her up here one notch at a time, and we're going to try and trigger that PCS or emergency brake, which should in turn throw that light. Or, of course, you can hit the backspace key, which will do the emergency brake as well. So that's notch 2. Plus, we can display the sounds within that you'll be able to enjoy on this thing. That's notch 2. Notch 3. You can see the dynamic exhaust doing its thing as well, which if you saw the SP pack and video, you're getting the same goodies there. Got a little bit of slippage. Throw some sand down. Notch 4. Of course, you've got the flashing ditches as well. We're going to get some slippage. And we are kind of overloading the locos a bit here, but we have a purpose. There's notch 5. Disregard. Notch 6. Shut up, shut down bell. There we go. Notch 7. And the Ocho. Alright, let's try and get this thing to do the thing. To the thing. Woo! Look at there. PCS tripped and the light is on. Very cool. Very cool. It's got its own little cinematic or photography style flare, if you will, as well. And that's pretty darn cool. I like that. That's very neat. That is very neat. It works. I will link down below, as always, where you can go and find this beautiful locomotive, and it comes with a very crystally clear manual and how to install it and how to operate it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, but I'm going to leave you here, and we'll just be mesmerized by the flashing red light. That's all, guys. I'll see you next time. Take care.